Hi, this is a video that's going to demonstrate how to fill out your expense report after you have come back from a speaking opportunity. So let me go ahead and share my screen. When you fill out your expense report, and after it's complete with all the documentation, you can either email it to me at kmckenney@crosscatholic.org, or you can mail them in. This is an example that Father Bauer submitted that shows how you fill out the form. So for instance, at the very top, we'll go line by line. You put the date that you fill it out. You put your full name, and please put your full name, not a nickname. So if you are called by David, please put David rather than Dave, okay? Also, you put the speaking opportunity number right here, and then the opportunity dates, the parish name, the address, city, zip code, and state. Then you go through your different expenses. So on line 1, this is used for total mileage used for your personal vehicle. So for instance, if you go from your home to the airport in your car, you would need to do this. You would put the miles. So for instance, Father Bauer went 105 miles each way. So you put 105 times 2. You multiply that to get 210 miles. You multiply that by the 65.5 cents per mile reimbursement, which comes out to the 137.55. Okay? If you use other transportation at any time during your speaking opportunity, whether it's Lyft, Uber, a cab, any of that, that would go on line 2. You list your expenses here and then the total. So say you did 2 Uber rides, you would put the 2 different rides here, say it was $54 plus $65, and then you'd put the total here. When you're asking for fuel reimbursement, that's strictly from fuel that you've purchased from the car rental. So when you rent the car, or Cross Catholic rents a car for you, and you put fuel in the car, you put that on line 3, okay? In order to get reimbursed for the fuel, you also need to submit the car rental receipt with your expense report. Lines 4, 5, and 6 are reserved for food purchases. If you can do day by day and then itemize them here, say you did breakfast and lunch, you would put the breakfast amount plus the lunch amount and then the total here. Next, Father Bauer has tolls. So he lists them out here and then puts the total amount here, and then parking goes here as well. If you have hotel that you paid for that Cross Catholic did not pay for, we reserve lines 7 and 8 for that. Then once you have all your expenses listed and itemized here, you do a total amount. Okay, you put it here, and then you make sure that you sign your expense report here. Now, I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to show you some of the other documentations that we need. So for instance, Father had asked for mileage reimbursement. So we would need a map showing the total miles that he went. And I ask that you do not round up or round down when you go ahead and put the miles here, put the exact amount. So for instance, if this was 105.5, please put 105.5 on your report times 2 and do it that way. So that's that map. He also submitted the car rental receipt, which we show was paid by Cross Catholic. And then we keep going further down. And this is his SunPass statement. And that shows the different tolls that he had to pay along the way. Okay, and the dates. It has to have, every receipt needs a date, the amount, and the method of payment. And here we have his parking. So it shows the amount, the dates that the car was parked, and the method of payment used We need all three of those in order to process an expense. Okay, and then also this was for his fuel. It shows the date, the amount, and the method of payment, which was a credit card. Okay, so all that documentation is necessary when you're submitting your expense report. You'll notice up here on lines 4, 5, and 6 that the maximum food allowance per day is $75. Also, alcoholic beverages are not covered. So if you purchase an alcoholic beverage, please make sure that you cross that off your receipt and subtract the amount for reimbursement. I want to show you one more example, and this is this one here. And if we scroll up, it shows here. Okay, again, the date that you're filling out the form, your name. So in this instance, we would put Charles Collins instead of Charlie Collins. The SC number, the opportunity dates, and the parish information. On this one, he filled up the gas tank twice for the car rental. So one was for $26.62, the other was for $39.40, and he added them together to come up with $66.02. He purchased food on this date, and that's the amount. Told it, and then signed it. I want to show you that sometimes for the meal receipts, you'll need two different receipts. You'll need to submit two receipts. One that has the itemized food. We always need an itemized receipt. And then another receipt that shows the method of payment. Some places have them together in one receipt. Some you'll need to get two receipts. We will need that in order for accounting to process your reimbursement. Okay, that's that example. And then again, here are his two fuel receipts. So again, just as a little recap, you need to make sure that you have your itemized receipts, that if you're asking for mileage, that you make sure that you include a map. Okay. Make sure when you are submitting your Uber and Lyft receipt that it's a final payment receipt, not just an estimate. And then again, for fuel reimbursement, you need to submit the car rental receipt and make sure that all the receipts have a date, method of payment, and also the amount. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Okay, and please feel free at any time to reach out to me again at kmckinney@crosscatholic.org if you have any questions. Thank you.